everyone, this is Quad. I'll be giving you another 1 vs. 1 replay, and this is actually the installment of Bronze Game of the Week, number 4, I do believe it is, and I'm fucking angry. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm not gonna say anything else about this game right now, but I'm angry because just about 5 minutes ago, I went downstairs, I looked in the freezer, and I remembered that I saw my dad. He was eating a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar, you know those... Yeah, you just know what a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar. They're amazing. If you haven't had one, what the hell, go get one now. And I was like excited. I said, yes, I want one. It's perfect. That's exactly what I want. So I went into the fridge, opened it up. I didn't actually see the outside of the box because it was put in such a way where you couldn't. It was like the bottom of the box where it was open, facing out. So I just grabbed one, went up to my room, opened it, opened StarCraft so that I could begin to get this game ready to be played. And then, you know what? I bit into it. Fucking coffee. It was coffee-flavored chocolate coating on the outside, and I was like, I hate coffee. What the hell? God damn you, coffee, you're ruining a perfectly good ice cream bar. Chocolate does not belong in coffee. What the flying hell? Ugh. And so I was angry. Then I took a knife, took a plate, and I scraped the chocolate off, because I still want it, because it's Haagen-Dazs ice cream, it's still amazing. I don't want to go through all that trouble and not have it. And so, I then took all the chocolate off, bit into the actual ice cream, and it was coffee fucking too. So I had to fucking throw the shit out of it, and I didn't have ice cream, and I was angry. And so now I'm casting this game, which I'll now actually start to be kind of relevant and say something about this. But I will sigh one more time because I really, really want some ice cream. Really want ice cream. Alright, but going into this is Bronze Game of the Week for, I do believe this is the 4th one, and this will be a Terran versus Terran, and this is actually between 2 of my clan mates and friends. It is FC Danui and Windows. Windows is actually our clan leader, or at least in terms of StarCraft, he is, because our clan has a bunch of different sections in it. And if you are interested in this, I'm just going to say this right now, because nothing's going to happen very much for a little bit. Name of my clan is Fever. You can find us feverclan.com. That's all. I'm not going to do any more plugging. That's just if you're curious and you want to join. So Windows is in charge, but that does not mean that he's any good. He's still diamond-ish, and I'll just actually tell you one thing about Windows. He is the master of one-base all-ins, and I kid you not, a while ago, like long ago, back in February or something, we were doing one of those observer maps, like Xel'Naga Obs, and he went in there and he got matched up against a random Zerg, and so he went for 5 Barracks Marine SCV all-in. That didn't work, so then he went 5 racks Reaper SCV all-in and won. So he just does shit like that, which is always hilarious to watch to see what he comes up with next. And meanwhile, FC Danui, who until recently his account name was named Charlie's, has just got to Masters recently, so he's alright. They're actually about the same skill level-ish, although lately FC Danui has been killing off Windows. Not exactly with relative ease, but more so. And we actually do see Windows is now doing something quite odd. He's going for a Marauder concussive shell push against Charlie's, who is expanding with behind a factory, and he will actually be putting down a barracks as he has scouted out, but right now this doesn't really matter since most of that hilarity will be coming off later. I actually saw this game a long time ago. I haven't seen it recently, so I kind of forget, so I'm just going to speed it up to ×4 as we do see this attack coming with a couple of Marauders, and is this, yes, SCVs, Windows' favorite combat unit. SCVs come and they can kill off the Marauders, walk all the way past the bunker and kill off the one SCV that was building the starport. So now Windows is down a base. He has not started his command center yet. He is now building missile turrets all over the place. You really don't need that many missile turrets against Banshees. I'll just say that right now. And Charlie's isn't even going for Banshees. I'm just going to slow it down to ×2. Charlie's is instead getting medevacs, which I really just don't know why, as it's kind of just an odd for the timing. I think the Banshees would actually probably be a good choice, as Windows went for a Marauder push, so he doesn't exactly have any Marines. He has 4 Marines, which a Banshee can kill fairly simply. And sorry for the pings. We did a lot of people watching this, and we were just kind of laughing, as you will see very shortly. And now Vikings also coming for FC Danui, as we do see Windows is also going to be going for a Banshee. I don't know, he's just going to go for straight up bio. This is going to be kind of cool. He sells and expanded. So, like I said, Windows, the master of one base all in. So now he's going to be going again with Marauders. He has Stim, he has concussive shell. Charlie's has 2 bunkers and 2 tanks with siege mode, which are not quite sieged. And here we go, the siege does go down, and Windows is moving across the map, not doing anything too special, and Charlie's is also making a ring of missile turrets. That's kind of a little bit early for this. And I'm just going to go back to normal speed, as I'm pretty sure some of the polarity stuff does go on. Or at least come soon. So Windows is actually finally expanding. This is something he does not do any time in his life, at least not when he can help it. And one thing I'd like to point out, Windows hates Hellions. And if you can't tell that just by looking, I'll illustrate it. Supply depot here, starport, refinery, supply depot, depot, engineering bay, depot, turret, depot, barracks, depot, refinery, depot, turret. Hellions aren't going anywhere near this. Windows hates Hellions. So now we actually have a double drop that's going right into the missile turret. Oh god, Windows, Windows, Windows. Everything actually gets in, and the missile medevac dies. Oh, there is a tank that will be picked off. There is a second tank, however, and now these guys are kind of stranded and won't be able to do anything. One SCV will die, and actually one of these Marines will die too, and Windows runs the fuck away. So, Windows still in one base, actually still in same in food count. They're both at the same amount of workers, which is just kind of a testament to how new Charlie's is to Masters. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to call him that. He's just new to Masters. So I'm actually going to just speed this up again, as I don't think too much will be happening. Windows actually taken another expansion. This is also his favorite ideas. Make a one-base attack, and then make 5 command centers in a row when it doesn't work. I have actually seen that happen. I'm not joking at all. And actually, Windows, now another double drop, the missile turret does scare it away, takes some damage, and tank was just there. So Charlie is actually now going to go for his own drop, and Windows unfortunately does not have the missile turret ring, which somehow for Charlie has actually proved useful. And this is going to drop here. Tank's going to take a couple shots, and Windows is going to react. He's going to react. He's going to react with Marauders on the low ground. Tank does get picked off. Another tank will come out just in time to get picked off as well. So it's actually quite good for Charlie's, and Windows has yet to react. Yet to react. They can still pick up the medevac, and it gets away. So, Command Center does get lifted off. The Gold Rocks have been not quite killed off. I thought he was coming. But we do have another double drop. Another double drop by Windows. And Vikings are in the middle of the map. Oh, Vikings are going to back off. So Charlie's also taking his expansion. He now has exactly infinity times more tanks than Windows. Ha! That's right. Because 5 times 0 is 0. So you can't say, oh, okay, now he has 5 times the tanks of Windows, 6 times the tanks of Windows. But when Windows has 0 tanks, there's no amount of times that Charlie's has more tanks of Windows of, because you cannot multiply by 0 and have any real number. If you don't know math, then you just learn math. So be happy. So, now Bronze Game of the Week in Quadcast is an opportunity for Quad to rage about ice cream and to teach everybody the basics of math that they probably learned in grade 2. So now Charlie's putting in medevacs, or towards absolutely everywhere, and most likely catches dropship also with this really weirdly and not quite logically thought-outly placed missile turret, as the dropships run right by the missile turret, and the missile turret's going to start firing at the dropship. One dropship almost goes down, neither of them dropships does go down, as brilliant micro by Windows, who kept the dropships anchored away, and these tanks are still attacking the destructible rocks, and there will be a stim by Windows. Charlie holds all his SCVs, has a reaction time. He has a great reaction time, and siege tanks do siege up now, and one siege tank will be focused down. Medevac will go down from this missile turret. Another tank does go down, and Windows will lose absolutely everything. Not a completely unsuccessful drop. Windows actually got way ahead in supply count now, and he has actually taken his third base, which he has cleared out the rocks for, and that is actually an orbital command as well, so Windows will have those extra mules in. He now actually has double fire base to try to catch up in the tank placement, and we had Vikings go. Oh, there was a drop. And Windows this time with great reaction time. Will it be able to pick up the medevac? And reaction time. Reaction time. Oh, he actually lost his... No, he didn't lose the starport. No, he's just getting Vikings now. And Windows is actually starting to upgrade. I do believe he's ahead on upgrades. No, they're exactly tied on upgrades. And Windows is actually getting to even out the tank. And it's actually completely even now, which is kind of great for him, as he has gone double factory. And he's gonna make Vikings. Charlie still has... No, that wasn't... What did I just saw Vikings moving somewhere. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, well there's Vikings here. That must be it. So Charlie's is also taking his own third base. He will be morphing into planetary... Get one thing. As Terran, you don't really need a planetary fortress on your third base here on this map against Terran. Please, you don't have to do it. It's like, really, you put a sensor tower here, and by the time that you see them here or arrive, you can easily move tanks as long as you're not like over here. You make your planetary fortress here, and you make your planetary fortress here. Then they can't attack this base here. Little logic. So Windows will be moving on to the rocks, and he's also getting his and Greetrop's favorite upgrade, the high-sec auto-tracking. He also always gets the structure armor. I have no idea if he has it quite yet. And actually, yeah, here we go. Here's the Viking flotilla doing something. Why, does Windows have it? No, Windows actually does not have the armor upgrade quite yet. And, ooh, what are these Vikings going to do? Nope, nothing. They're actually going to do absolutely nothing. Yep. Boot camp is completely even. Charlie is a little bit before with horrible macro was well over 1,000 minerals. Now Windows it is Windows' turn to be the one with horrible macro and be over 1,000 minerals. So still not too much has happened. I'm going to speed this up a little bit more again. And Windows is actually doing something nice. He's spotting Marines at his own expansions. I guess this is kind of spotting for drops as well, but it's like, really. Ooh, actually a nice nonsense there. I thought it was dim just because they were moving fast, but it's on ×2 speed. So, ooh, actually we're going to have a big push out by Charlie, who does not have combat shields and does not have any upgrades on tanks. Oh, yeah, he completely pulled off workers all of these mineral patches, which have like 500 and 200 left. So, we're going to slow this back down. Charlie's is going to be pushing into Windows, who has absolutely no units defending his natural and his third base. So, what we see here could be amazing tank ranging, or it could be completely fail tank ranging. I'm not going to say. And actually, FC to Nui moving up, taking out the tank. Very nice, very nice. Windows sitting on the top of his base, and I'm just gonna say one thing. Whenever you're putting a unit anywhere, make sure that you're. Oh, this could be bad. Windows is gonna lose. Actually, not that many Marines. Yeah. But yes, I will say this one thing. When you have your units, put them in a spot where they can defend what you want to defend. I will say this one thing. Windows is defending this. Or like, where's the siege saying? This is defended. This is not defended. This is not defended. Well, it sort of is, but not really. Windows still hitting Hellions. Always hate the Hellion. So now Charlie is... Oh, Windows is finally moving up forward. And big sim here by Charlie is actually going to take out all these tanks. And I don't know. Then he moves back into range. And Windows will move down. And all those Marines do get killed off. That is probably the better trade for Windows. And Windows actually repairing with a lot of SCVs. That's more SCVs than you need to repair. And Windows actually has a huge Viking flotilla. So that's definitely good for him. Windows is actually nearing max, and Windows is going to fly directly over the Marines. There's actually a big stim in. All the Vikings land. None of the tanks are in for support. And Windows is actually cleaning up quite a few of these tanks. And the rest of Windows' army now moves out. Supply now 150 to 131. It is 3 base to 3 base with the option of a 4th base for Windows, who is actually flying all the way over here. And so now, oh, Windows sees all the tanks are under siege, so Windows will be moving out. All the tanks do siege up, and there's still SCVs in here on auto repair, and Windows is also going to just siege up here. All the Marines will be killed off, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Turret is being constructed, and actually Vikings will be landed, and they will be begin to take out these tanks and SCVs, and you can actually see that Windows has somehow managed to get the better of that exchange. You can see in the unit count he's actually well ahead on SCV, so SCV is going sacrificially into the tank fire. Odd. And still Vikings standing here. This has been the game of Vikings standing around doing absolutely nothing. I'll just say that right now. So Charlie's is now actually putting guys back to mining. And tanks are being produced as well. He only has 1 factory, I do believe. Actually, no, he has 2 and soon to be 3 factories. And Windows, who can easily clear out this force with easily 4 times the amount of tanks, almost. I can count. Okay, 4 times the amount of tanks. Can easily clear this out, but Dane's not to, as Charlie's gets a huge reinforcement, which will most likely even it up. And also, Windows not deigning to gain any more ground, just kind of sieges up further back than he was originally, or than he could have been. We actually have a drop here with Charlie's, and Windows is going to move the Vikings, and they're going to do nothing. 1 gets killed off, 2 gets killed off, 2 for the price of 1, and I take that deal. Charlie still has the Vikings over here. Actually, drop it on here. On top of the siege tanks, missile turrets are going to shoot down the medevac, and that does absolutely nothing. Another drop by Charlie's. Ooh, this is going to be a double drop. Oh, big move in by Windows. Everything is bunched up and getting destroyed by the siege tank. Big siege up by Windows. He's actually going to take the best of this most likely. As, simply put, I think he just has more shit. And so, Windows, for the most part, does clear this up there. Only 2 tanks and 2 SCVs left by Windows. And Charlie finally realizes he has more Vikings! And the Vikings clear up the Vikings. And his tank has, like, 2 health. 2 Marines can kill this tank. Go kill the tank. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go! And the tank gets no kills. Oh, that tank gets a kill. So now Windows is getting 2-2, meanwhile Charlie's has actually also gone 2-2. And Windows is still floating over 1,000 minerals. And Windows is actually... What, was something here? I think he's some... Oh yes, there was something here. This drop actually did a lot of damage for somehow. What are the kills on these Marines? Oh, 5 killed Marine, 2 killed Marine. So they killed off SCVs, that's good for Windows. And another Viking battle, actually, Charlie's finally not putting the Vikings out in absolutely nowhere. He's going to be advancing with these siege tanks to not be in range of the tanks. I'm still saying that while this is Bronze Game of the Week, these guys are not bronze. They're just not that good. But they're still better than most people, I will say that, and they're still my best friends and clanmates who I will always love and cherish and always give constructive criticism to whenever they so wish, and never be unfairly rude and overly critical of. So we now have a medevac that might be taken out by this lone Marine, no stim going out, and it's going to drop into the highly saturated mineral line of Windows. These Marines will not stim, they still do not have combat shield. Who needs combat shields? Marines don't actually need life, they just do damage. And this will be picked up and then probably moved down here. It is well defended, there's a tank and Marines, as well as missile turrets, and this base is actually fairly well saturated. And holy frickin' mules. See. That's a lot of mules. What happened? Where'd the drop go? Oh, here's the drop. This drop is going to drop into a lot of Marines which are standing around defending the orbital command, which should have been made a planetary. Please make a planetary here. Just for the record, it's kind of too far away from everything else, as you can see here. And why are tanks moving down here? Oh, Windows is going to do a doom drop. Doom drop. Doom drop, doom drop, doom drop, doom drop. I don't know why I'm just saying that, but I am, so fucking deal with it. So this drop has still done absolutely nothing. Drop here. But we have the doom drop. It's going to completely circumvent the missile ring, which Windows most likely has run into several times already. He's actually not aware of this missile. He's not going to fly into it. He's learned. And Vikings still going back and forth on patrol. Drop still has done absolutely nothing. Charlie's now finally getting SCVs over there, actually a large amount of SCVs. And here we go, the doom drop. Doom drop is killing the base that is not here. Big siege up by Windows, which is going to be able to siege all of these barracks with no add-ons. So, stim does go down, all the Marines actually get healed off. Ridiculous stuff. And Charlie's is making a vastly quick response. He's going to be sieging up, he's actually going to be sacrificing this base. He does not want to actually try to kill this, which shouldn't be all too hard. These barracks without add-ons do go down, and so will this factory that is about a third or fourth of Charlie's factories, a third of Charlie's factories. Why is this factory over here? I don't get it. And Windows actually, big mistake there. He did lose all of those Marines in that drop. Viking is coming forward, and Windows is, even though he has killed off a large amount of the production, will not be backing up. All these Marines are now killed off. These Vikings can kind of do whatever the fuck they want now. So Windows is just gonna sit here. He's going to run the medevacs away. There we go. Medevacs are running away. This missile turret gets a kill off on the medevacs, running right into that missile, the missile turret ring. And meanwhile, Charles is still staying here. And actually, here are all my Marines. They're all dancing, lining up in the little road. That was from some song, but I completely screwed that up. I'm sorry, but I have no idea where that song was from. It's from somewhere. I know it. I just don't know where. And Windows is actually taking down the missile turret ring, which is actually pretty nice. And here we go. Here's a Large amount of Marines from Charlie's, more Marines than these. And Windows, he's going to pull off SCV as his favorite combat unit. He's going to be a big sim and kill off all these Marines of Charlie's, who actually does... I'm sorry, I coughed most likely directly into Mike and Windows. Just sacrificed a good 20 of his SCVs to kill off Marines. Meanwhile, he has reinforcements just over here, because he hasn't killed off the rocks. Actually, a lot of these SCVs are now mine here, and Windows has actually taken the space as well. And these tanks are still sieged up in Charlie's base, where they can siege almost absolutely nothing. And Charlie's gonna walk into the siege tank line. Oh no, he's gonna play this safe. Oh god, here's another drop. A drop perfectly timed. He's gonna take out all these Vikings. This tank does go down, and the double doom drop now by Windows, and this is not good for Charlie's, who still does not have combat shield. These Marines kind of destroy Marines who do not have combat shield. I'll just let you know that Marines without combat shield and stim kill Marines without die to Marines who do not have combat shields but do have stim. So Windows is going to continue with the doom drop. Meanwhile, Charlie's is doing a big counterattack. He's going to take out this third base and might possibly take out the fourth. And these Vikings are now taking it down, and Windows, who has still not opted to take his gold or even try to dislodge this entire force which is stayed here. The entire game is now lodged in Charlie's base, which is defending his production, which is kind of here now. Both players at well over 1,500 minerals, just about, and Windows is going to stim right into siege tank fire once again, and he's now going to unsiege with all his tanks and most likely try to edge this out, get rid of all the vision by Charlie's here, and yeah, I'm sorry if you are getting confused or you forgot. FC Danui was known as Charlie's, and he will always be known as Charlie's to me. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it. If you're just getting confused from talking about when I say Charlie's, so we do see that Blue Charlie's FC Danui has taken down the rocks and will be attempting to make a attack on the space, which is now mining nothing but gas. Meanwhile, Windows has taken control of Charlie's base, where he can mine nothing but gas from. Actually, he can mine 8 gas. 8 gas. 8 gas is important. That's part of a Marauder. Windows is actually going to be loading up. He's going to be evacuating all this. He even has an SCV carrying 4 gas. That's actually half the gas that's left in here. What are you doing, Windows? Windows. Uh-oh. Doom drop. Doom drop to the set natural, which is mining absolutely nothing as well. And kids, do not try this at home. Let's just leave that. Now I just want to go back like that good 20 seconds, just kind of reiterate the point. So let's just take a look at the food counts. So Windows is loaded up. 152 food to 163. He has a space mining. It's a planetary fortress. Game's still fairly even. He has the upgrade advantage. He's 3-3. Charlie's is 0-1 on tanks, 2-2 on Marines. Windows has 3 attack on his tank, so Windows can win. It'll take a little bit in spending all his money, but he can win. So now we can watch us drop. I'm also going to note this is pretty much the entire medevac force of Windows. All but one medevacs, which are expensive and cost gas, which he does not have much of. Look at the food count. For the price of 8 Marines, Windows loses half of the army. And I will just say, that was not the worst moment of this game. It was probably one of them, but it was not the worst. So now Charlie's is advancing to the base that is not mining, tearing down the anti-Hellion wall. Windows is now advancing with his fleet of Vikings to take up the fleet of Vikings of Charlie's, which does not really exist. 1 Viking goes down, 2 Viking goes down. And they will discover the space! The space will be discovered, and Charlie's is going to fight even though he has half the number of Vikings. And we'll just say Viking micro is overrated. Windows is actually now moving into the production line of Charlie's. And he's going to be completely unopposed. This Marine is opposing him. And there we go. Windows sees it. Windows sees that he's in the production line. He's going to siege up. He stims. There's a big siege up. Oh my. Oh god, the carnage. Oh god. That hurts. Oh yes, I will. Okay, so I'm not going to comment on that because you can probably figure it out for yourself. But this is oversaturation. I don't know how many SCVs this is. No wait, actually I can. That's 24. That's 32. That's 34 or 34. That's 40 or 50 SCVs mining. Windows spots the space, he's going to take the Marine and kill out that SCV, thus denying the base. No, he won't. Charlie is now moving into the 4th base of Windows. Oh my god, there's pings everywhere. Windows, why are you taking an orbital command there? Oh, he did lift it up there. Okay, never mind, that's okay. Charlie actually has a huge tank force. He's kind of in the lead by a lot. I will just say that right now. And, yeah, this base by Windows is not long for this world. Say that right now. So Windows is actually going for a huge counterattack into the production line of Charlie's. He's going cautiously. No stim because he does not have medevacs because he does not have gas, which he is not mining from his 3rd base. We actually, ooh, that's kind of nice. He is sieging up the mineral line with only 1 tank firing. And Windows is not going to repair this plant. Oh, he's going to repair it and then it dies. Oh well. Maybe if the SCVs get close enough to the Marines, they might kill a Marine. No, they don't. Windows is now big counterattacks. He's going into the main of Charlie's. He's actually going to siege up at... Oh, kill this tank. Use a scan to get the high ground. Big stim, and he's going to kill off all of these Marines, and... I don't know. Oh, big conflict by Windows. And Windows, who has opted not to take any of his tanks with him, as always. He also loses his gold base! He's not mining anywhere! A great display of Marine Micro will come now, and it will kill off these SCVs, which are grossly oversaturated and have almost no real outcome on this game. So now Windows is counterattacking with his tanks. Windows is counterattacking with his tanks into the other production line of Charlie's. Meanwhile, Charlie still has a fuck ton of tanks. This is a metric fuck ton of tanks, sort of. It's not a metric fuck ton, and Charlie is going to lose some of these tanks because he moves right into the tank line without noticing. There's a siege, and Windows is also going to lose some of these tanks because he does not unsiege. And Charlie's going to lose a lot of his Marines, about 3. Another tank or 2 will go down. There we go. And Windows has successfully killed the natural base, which is mining absolutely no resources except for the... What the f... Charlie actually did not take that gas. Why did he not take that gas? This is... What? Assuming a gas is a quarter of a base, or half, the gases are half the base, he did not take a quarter of his base. Why did he not do that? So now Windows is mining from here. He's pulling in no gas whatsoever. He is kind of in here with a lot of tanks. Charlie is kind of out here doing nothing with a lot of tanks. And meanwhile, Windows is actually kind of killing this stuff with a lot of tanks. Killing this base, which is barely mining. It's still kind of ish, a decent amount-ish of stuff. And yeah, this is gonna go down. So Charlie's is mining from this base, which still has a metric fuck ton of SCVs. This is a metric fuck ton of SCVs. Yeah, that's close to 50. So this base will also be killed up by Charlie's. Both orbital commands scaring for their lives. One of them will mostly burn to death. It is actually getting repaired. The mules will be killed off, and that's... Oh, look at that mule stutter repair micro. Oh my god, it's gonna be let to live. It's gonna... Charlie's is feeling very nice today, and he's gonna allow the orbital command to live. But this mule will die shortly. And so, yeah, now Windows is still moving on to this boundary, which is actually being a huge drain for Charlie's. I don't get why are you repairing this? If you're in this position, you have a lot of money, don't spend your fucking money. You need your money. And yeah, Windows can't repair this command center because he also doesn't have any money. So like, Charlie's is bleeding money right now, and he is now going to lose all these SCVs in this other command center, from which he can mine like almost nowhere. So now this is, okay, this is 71, this is what 71 SCVs mining looks like. This is oversaturation. I'd say at this point in the game, either use them in your army or just sacrifice them so that you don't have to remake supply depots. This is an epic base trait. You you need everything pretty well. Everything counts. And actually, Windows is probably in a slight advantage, as army size is distinctly in his favor. He's actually going to take out this tank. That's fairly nice, surrounded by Vikings. So, okay, the supply is pretty well even. That's 64 SCVs. So, Windows, most likely he can win this. He has the Viking advantage. He has the Marine advantage. He has the tank advantage. The only advantage he doesn't have is the base advantage, which he will be momentarily losing. Oh no, Big Sim killing off all these mules, which is all that is mining for Windows. This is Windows' last command center. It is his last orbital command. It is floating away. He has absolutely no money as he makes 5 more SC. Windows stims. He's gonna save the command center. He's saving the command center. The command center goes down! Windows does not have a base! Windows has 12 minerals, he has a mule that is only worker in the game aside from these 3 SCVs. And he cannot make more shit. Windows is getting revealed, as Day9 would say, he is naked. Meanwhile, Charlie's is mining this extremely saturated. I say, like, also at this point, if you're just gonna mine with all of them, put 10 guys in gas, just in case. Just in case, 10 guys in gas. Why not? So now Windows has to do something, because every moment that he loses, he is going to kind of be in trouble. Or he's gonna... Every moment that goes by, he's going to be further and further behind as Charlie's can actually make stuff. So now Windows has 2 medevacs. He's going to be ferrying up these units. He's going to siege up on the low ground. He's going to be ferrying units 1 medevac full at a time. He's also going to be doing a 2-prong attack. He's going to lose all these Marines at tank fire. And now these tanks cannot see the high ground. Windows has now lost the army advantage. This orbital command center will also be killed. Windows can still win this with good positioning. He's just bleeding units, however. Ooh, big kill off. Tanks do land. They have not quite sieged. There we go. There is a siege. So Windows is going to continue to be ferrying 1 medevac at a time. Where the hell's the second medevac? I really want to know. No, that's a turret. Oh, there's still 2 tanks here. Oh, SCVs! SCV combat! Brilliant! SCV combat! Marine's gonna kill off these SCVs. I feel like I missed something here, though. Charlie is now also sieging up. And, oh god, siege tanks into tank fire. Oh god, Marines stimmed into tank fire. Oh god, tanks dying to tank fire. It's still even. Windows has more tanks and more Marines and more medevacs. He could still win if he doesn't suicide every... Oh my god, Windows, what are you gonna do? These are siege tanks! These are siege tanks! No! What are you doing? What did you just do? You just lost your siege tank advantage. Oh god! Oh god, the Marines! Oh god, the Marines! Oh god, the tanks! There's no tank here. And now the final base of Charlie's is being mass repaired, and Charlie's is making almost nothing with 3,000. Here is the last medevac full of Marines, and is going to be dropped directly into the tank fire. It is lifted up! Windows saved the Marines. 28 supply versus 64. Granted, 29 of it is workers. Wow, Charlie's actually managed to kill off a lot of his workers. I'm quite proud of him. 2 tanks versus 4 tanks. With another tank coming on the way. Oh my god, the Marine tank is... Oh god, Marines are dead. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Windows has almost no Marines. He's focusing down the command center! He's lost every single one of those tanks. Because he was focusing down the command... Oh my god, we have the mass exodus. The max exodus. 4 factories, 3 barracks. Is that all of Windows production? Yes. Why the fuck does he have 3 starports? You don't need 3 starports unless you're going battle cruiser. So I would like to point out Charlie sees this. He sees everything. It's the mass Siege things are sieged up as a precautionary measure to the 6th root of Windows. And, you know what? Falling buildings can damage Marines. And there is the GG and Windows leaves. So yes, I will say this is the bronze game of the week, the 4th edition, I do believe. It could be the 5th, and if it is the 5th, then I've been saying the 4th the entire time, and I am stupid as hell, and I will punch myself in the face, or I will go eat another coffee-flavored ice cream bar, and then throw it out angrily and disgustedly. But this definitely could have been a bronze game. Granted, they probably should have been over about 5,000 mils instead of over 3,000. But nonetheless, it was kind of a hilarious game of bad decision-making and poor unit placement and kind of everything else. And I mean, no insult to Windows and Charlie's, whom I both love dearly, but it was definitely a most lulz-worthy game, and I thank them for bringing it to me, and hopefully you will thank me for bringing it to you and sharing in the lulz. So, yes, I am Quad, and I'll see you all next time.